Good day students, Sai Ram. My name is Smita Raj and I am going to teach you the subject of computer for this academic year 2021-22. Before I go ahead with the today's chapter, let me introduce you to the book that we are going to follow this year for this particular subject of computer. So we are going to use the book of Gigabyte IT Planet, in which we are going to cover a very different types of topics. Now last year's class we had completed MS Office, that is Microsoft Office Access, in depth in the 7th standard. But this year we have a surprise for you. We are going to have a multiple different types of topics and contents in this particular book. So our first topic is going to be the computer network. Then we are going to have access, 2 chapters on access, that is queries and reports, which we have already done last year. It would be like a revision for you. Then we are going to learn some HTML coding, cloud computing, e-commerce and blogging, artificial intelligence introduction, some small little introduction to app development, and introduction to Python programming. So from the content of the book itself, now you would have realized that it is not going to be a single subject all throughout the year. It is going to be multiple different topics which we are going to cover for you over the entire academic year. Each topic will be not covered in depth, but at least it will give you a overview of what each particular topic is. For example, a small overview of AI, a little bit of overview of Python programming, and this way it will continue over the next year also. So this is going to be a brief summary of the syllabus that we are going to cover. In between, if time permits, we will also be covering a little bit more extra about some other topics. All depends upon how we go about through the year. So looking at these topics now, I have realized that access was something which you had already done in your previous year. That is in the 7th standard, we had done access in details. So initially, so that it is already fresh in your memory, I have decided that instead of taking the first chapter, we are going to cover the second and the third chapter initially. That means we are going to do access in detail in the first month. That is in April and May month, we are going to cover access, which we have already learnt in 7th standard. It will be like almost like a revision to you, so that we can speed up later on in the month of July when the school reopens. We can cover the other topics in detail, because since you have already learnt access and over the last year, it will be more of a revision topic for you in this class. So today we'll start with MS Access. And as you know, MS Access, you must be familiar. All those who have been watching the videos last year, you must be familiar that MS Access is a database software. So what is the meaning of a database? A database is an organized collection of records which we can easily access, retrieve and use the data. So Access is a relational database management system. So what is a database management system? What is a database? For example, if you have a school with a lot of students and each student, all the details of the students are stored in the database. That is the student's name, roll number, class, division, the fees that he is paying, the activities, the marks that he has scored. All those details become one record of a particular student. And if we have 4,000 students in a class, then that entire 4,000 students, our data is stored in a database. Similarly, a hospital, you can have the database of hospital where all the patient's details are given, which ward, what is his sickness, which doctor he is watching, he is consulting. Similarly, we have got the database of a shop like DMart, where you know the item numbers, which manufacturer, what is the cost of the product, what is the quality of the all the details of that product. Like that, innumerable. That means almost all organizations, data is stored in the form of a database. And what is database management system? It is managing this entire data using the software called as Access. Now Access is a part of Microsoft Office suite. You know the other ones which are there, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, are all part of the Microsoft Office suite. In the same way, Access, which we have already done in detail. So this is just like a revision. So Access is simply a software which allows you to create, manage and access all these details in the form of multiple tables. So all the data that is there in an organization or in a particular database is stored in multiple different tables. So let us go on to understanding what are the components of access. We have already learnt it before, but still, what are the components of an access? What does access actually contain? So objects of the access are tables, databases and data sheet and forms, filters and queries, and reports. These are the 4 different objects in a database. So let us go on into the details of each one of them, one after the other. So what is the meaning of a table? A table is nothing but a collection of rows and columns which contain data. Now, when in Access database, we start making different types of tables, and each table contains multiple records, and each record is pertaining to one particular object or person. So that is, or an event. For example, if I am writing the details of all the details of a student, or all the details of a product, or all the details of a patient, they are given in the form of a record, and multiple records together are placed inside a table. Now, same way, a field and single unit of a particular table or a record is a field. For example, your GR number is one field, name is one field, address will be one field. So your mobile number, class, division, all of them are different fields, and each field will hold values or of the same data type. So that is what is called as a field, record, and a table. So this is the most important object of a database, which is the table object. The next one is forms. Now this forms also we have covered, that all the data into a table is entered in a data sheet view. You remember that once we create a table, we enter data into the table using the data sheet view. And along with the data sheet view, we can also enter data into the table using forms. So forms help us to do data entry into a table, but in a very systematic manner and one record at a time. So that is the use of a form. A form helps to quick data entry with minimum errors can be done. So that is the second object of a database, Access database. The third object is filter or query. That means when there are 4,000, 5,000 records in a table, we can filter out data depending upon a particular condition. So I don't want to see all the records. I want to see a specific record or some specific number of records. For example, in the school database, I want to see only those records of students who are from A division or from 8th standard, or those who have not paid the fees, or those who are from activity cricket. So specific records, if I want to pull out from my database, I can use an object called as queries to do that particular task. So queries enable you to combine data from multiple related tables into a single data sheet of results. So in the same way, I had also last year also we had done queries where we are pulling out data from multiple tables. So this is the next object, that is queries, is also another important object of a database sorry. The last one is a report. Now what is a report? A report presents data from the different tables and queries in a very attractive format, which completes with titles, headers, footers, graphics, like the logo of the company. Many other things can be placed. A summarized record of the data in your tables can be placed very nicely in the form of a report. So reports is the final end result of a particular database operation that we do. We can end it or culminate it by creating different types of reports. So these are the 4 different elements of access, that is tables, forms, queries, and reports. So these are what we are going to do in the 2 chapters revision of access in our this year's syllabus. It's just going to be like a revision for you, for those students who have forgotten about access. These 2 chapters are almost like a revision chapter for access. Since we have already learned how to create tables last year, I'm going to now take a small practice or a revision of creating a database. Now in this session, this database name is called as Lok Seva Hospital, and we are going to create a table inside that called patient details. So here, this particular assignment, if you go through, you will realize and recollect how a database is created and how tables are created inside that particular database. So let us go into this particular assignment. Now here for this assignment, we are going to have the field names and data types. For your recollection, you know that every table should have a field name, and the field name should also be accompanied by the data type. The data type is a type of data that is going to be stored inside the field. For example, patient ID is text data type, P name is again text data type, age will be a number, the date of visit will be a date data type, the doctor name is text data type, department is again text data type, and admitted yes or no is a field of yes or no data type. So these are the fields which we are going to insert into this table called as patient details inside the database called as Lok Seva Hospital. So let us go into the practical. So the first part of the assignment, we'll go into it, that is creating of tables and entering the records into the table using forms. Let us start the assignment by opening MS Access and clicking on blank database. When I click on the blank database, it will open a database for me. One second, let me just close it once again. I am opening MS Access once again and clicking on the blank database. And here in my database name, I need to give a name to the database, and that name for my database this time we have decided it is Lok Seva Hospital. So the name of the database is Lok Seva Hospital. So now my database by the name of Lok Seva Hospital, I click on the create button and it is created. Next, over here on my screen I get the first object which is called as the table. Now I need to actually create my table. The table name or the table details is patient details. So here I will go to the design view of the table because I need to give a structure of the table. Now as you know that there are two views in which I can view a table. So there is the data sheet view and the design view. So I will first make a structure or a skeleton of my design of the table with the help of the design view. So I click on the design view of the table and I save this table name as patient details. So my database name is Lok Seva Hospital and the table name is patient details. Now I will start entering the field names one by one. My first field ID, PID, that is patient details, patient ID, and I am going to type it as a text. Next is P name, that is the patient name. This again is going to be a text data type. The third one is age, that is a number. We are going to keep it as a number data type. The next one is date of visit, that is DOV, which is going to be a date and time data type. Next, we have to write the doctor's name, that is D name. The doctor who is treating the patient, that person who is under whom is, that is again a text. We can have the department under which he is going to do, that is again a short text. And the next one, whether he got admitted or no. Admitted into the hospital, this is going to be a yes or no data type. We can also have one more data type, that is the consultation fees charged or something. If you want a currency data type, you can have even a currency data type. So we will have the fees which is been paid, that we can have it as a currency data type. So these are the different types of fields and the field names and the different data types of the values which are going to be stored into this particular table. So we have got patient ID, which is a text type. A text data type, why did I put it? Because it could be a combination of alphabets and numbers. You could have a P1004. So it could be a combination of alphabets and numbers. So it is considered as a text data type. The name again is a text data type because characters will be entered. Age is going to be a number because you are going to enter your age as a number. Date of visit will be a date and time. The doctor's name again will be a text data type. The department again text data type. And admitted will be either a yes or a no. He could be a outpatient person or a person who has got actually admitted into the hospital. So it could be yes or no, and the fees that he has deposited would be a currency data type. So I am sure now you have got a revision about what are field names and what are data types. Now once this is ready, I will click on the save button and I will close the table, and now my table is ready. Now I can simply double click here and enter the data into the datasheet view. But what did I tell you? We had also learnt a new object which was called as forms. You remember that in our previous classes we had done an object called as forms which help us to do data entry one record at a time very quickly. So we will now go on to understanding how we can use forms to do data entry into the table. The default method of doing data entry would have been just double click and open my datasheet view and start entering the records one after the other. But we have also learned a better method of doing data entry into the table, which is forms. So let us see how we can create a form and do data entry into the table using the form. So here we know that we can create a form using the create. Click on the create and click on the form wizard. So we are creating a form using the form wizard. Click on the form, and we want to do data entry into the patient details table, and we are going to use all the fields. So we select on this, click on the next option. We have columnar, tabular, etc. We are going to do it in columnar way. I hope you remember this: patient details data entry. That is the name of the form we are giving, data entry form. This is the name we are giving to the form, and we click on finish. Now a data entry form for patient data is ready, and we can start entering our record. Let's take P001. The name of the patient is Anil Rai. I am doing the data entry through this. Age is, let's take 45 years. Then you can write say 12 to 21. That is the date on which he has come. The doctor's name will be Dr. Joshi, and department will be general medicine. General medicine, there are I hope you know that there are different types of departments like ophthalmology, gynecology, then skin and general medicine, radiology, like that many departments are there depending upon your sickness. So those are the departments which we are going to write. So this is general medicine. If you have just normal cold, cough, fever and all, you get. Then admitted, yes or no, he was not admitted. So, or if you want, you can click on yes, admitted. That means he is admitted. And what is the fees that he has been paid as of now? 4,500 is the fees. So this is my first record I have entered. Now if I want, I can go to the new record, click on the new, 1 minute. Here I did it at the wrong entry. Here I have to do the data entry here, 4,500, and now I go on to the next record, that is P2. So P002, this is my second patient, and so on and so forth. I will enter using this form. I will enter the records into the table one after the other. Now let us close this and see whether our table has got updated with the first one, that is the first record. Yes, it has got completely updated properly. So we have used the form object to do data entry into the table one by one. So this is how we have learned how to create a table and how to do data entry using the form object. See observe the icon for the form. It is a maroon colored strip on top with the form icon. So this is the icon which represents the form object, and the table, this is the icon which represents the table object in Access. So with that we come to the end of today's class, and I will also tell you that along with your video classes we would also be having alternate weeks of live classes this year for you. So it will not be according to the syllabus, but according to your timetable, but we will be sending you the links as and when we feel needed, that we need to take a live session to explain to you whatever we have thought. We will be covering the sessions as live classes too. So the Zoom links will be sent to your class teacher, and you can just log in to the Zoom classes, and I will be showing you practically how to do certain assignments. So that also is going to be a highlight of this year's computer subject. So you will be having video lessons as well as live classes alternatively for computers. So the week we have live classes, we may not be having videos, and we'll be just having live sessions, and the other sessions will be having video classes. So thank you for listening, and just see to it that you follow all the videos and live classes for this particular subject, so that you are updated with what we are doing in computers. Thank you very much.